Hi friends, welcome to my channel. I am Tonique. Welcome here if it's your first time, and if you've been here before, thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate it. Today I wanted to talk about a practice that I've been doing for a while, which is well, I'll show you, but this is the Astrology Diary 2027 by Ana Leo, and I will go through the format of this diary in a sec. And I just think it's absolutely brilliant. So what I've been doing, this is this year's, the cover on this one is just, wow, I really love this cover. This one's nice, but oh gosh, I love this one, and I've been loving working with it. And I've been working with it alongside Kathleen Matthews' Celtic devotional book. So I'll go through what I've been doing. But first of all, let's actually look at the format of the diary, the astrology diary. So yes, obviously it's based all around astrology, and it's in UTC time, which I don't quite know what that is, but there is a time, it does tell you in here how to convert. So it's soft cover, it's raised, this gold is raised, and on the back it says, navigate the celestial currents of 2027 with this daily planner by expert astrologer Ana Leo. Uncover cosmic insights to make the most of each day's energies. Create your own astral chart, discover natural magic with spells and rituals to try at home, and harness the influence of cosmic events to achieve your goals this year. So this is the third year, well, 2027 will be the third year that I've been buying this, and it's from Watkins. And $14.99, which is quite reasonable. That's British pounds, sorry. Comes with a bookmark that matches the colour of the diary, and the first few pages have been the same in each of the diaries. So we get this beautiful frontispiece. This diary belongs to, I never ever fill these in for fear of somebody picking it up and knowing all my socials. I don't know it anyway. So we always start with the signs of the zodiac and their dates. I'm sorry, the sun is going in and out. We do have some clouds today. We have this hello and welcome, and a little bit about what the coming year may bring. Here we've got handy dandy reference guides. So the zodiac signs, the planets and nodes signs, the elements and aspects signs, and then we have a blank astral chart that you can fill in yourself if you so desire. Then we have a lunar calendar. This is really important, and you'll see why when I show you this year's. But yeah, it tells you the phases of the moon. So on the 7th of January, we'll have a new moon. On the 15th, we'll have a first quarter. 22nd, we'll have the full moon. And then on the 29th, the last quarter, and so on and so forth. So if you follow the moon and ideal time to do things moon phase wise, then we have that information right there. A solar calendar. So again, we have got the zodiac signs and the dates, and as I said, it's UTC. Then the wheel of the year from Yule all the way around to Samhain, and the dates and what each represents. And so this quarter of the year we dream in winter and coming up to spring, from Imbolc till Beltane, so the 19th of March until the 1st of May. Then we're going to plant whatever seeds we want that come to fruition, and then we grow those in the next quarter, and then we harvest them, as you would think, coming up through the autumn. The planets that are retrograde that year, so obviously they will be different each year. A little bit about what the moon is, how to make the most of this moment, how to manifest, and here we go. So UTC times, it's a just coordinated universal time. I've never heard of that before. We've got the houses for the horoscope and what each house is, and we've got this life satisfaction chart. Now I don't fill these in because I think to myself, that's going to change over the year, presumably. So that's okay if it changes and we get an increase, but what if we get a decrease? How do we go backwards? How do we You know, if we were having great relationships, say we were in the 11th house, friends groups, remember, great friends, great groups, and then for some reason all that fell away. Maybe we moved, something like that, and didn't keep up with our friendships. Then how do we go backwards and say, look, I've got to start all over again and build new friendships? But that's just me thinking that way. What I like here as well, we've got the tarot and astrology over 2 pages, which is great. So if you are unfamiliar with which tarot cards assign to which zodiac sign or planet, got a handy dandy reference and little images of each card as well, if you're unsure what the card looks like. A spell for each time and each sign. So the way I look at this is I go by what the time and sign is for the given present day, and then go back here. So I mean, if I was to do it in my own birth sign, then it's Storm Witch. So combine energy with the weather, so collecting elements such as rain, water, leaves and rocks for spells. But if we do it in alignment with where we are at the moment, then we can use that in a different way. Today's August 13th. Here we have the moon in Capricorn. So if we wanted to go to Capricorn, we can go to the front and see, oh, what does Capricorn glyph look like? Oh, it's that one there. Okay. So it's Astronomy Witch, so all its magic aligns with stars and planets, practices astrology, recognises placements and their significance. So this is for next year, by the by. Anyway, so that's how you can use that. And here we have a sacred altar. North for earth, air is in the east, fire is in the south and water is in the west. And that's how I assign the elements as well. I know they can be assigned differently, but yeah, so what we can use. So for the north, we can use crystals, flowers, sticks, herbs, salt, and it's the colour green, and so on and so forth for each one. And then we have goddess and god, masculine and feminine. So we'd have an athame for the masculine and a bell for the feminine aspect. Then we've got these crystals. This started for the first time last year, and I'll show you how I've used these. Then we've got the flower of life, and we can use that as a grid, copy it out, put crystals around it, whatever we want to do. Meditate. Then we have the whole chakra information. Then a definitive guide to self-care, and it's exactly the same as last year. We've got an overview of the year with specific dates. And then we have a month to view, the planets, and the signs and the dates. So a whole list there for January. And then, yeah, the moon phases and when the sun enters a new sign. Then we have these day pages, and on each of these day pages, it actually gives you advice according to the placements. So Sun in Capricorn, trine Mars in Virgo. This is the last day of the busiest year of our lives. This is the best possible combination for you to reach a conclusion about everything you want and what you need to do to get there. For Mercury in Capricorn, trine Mars in Virgo, create mind maps using recent insights, contact people who have been important to you and be present in the relationships that build your new personality. So that's on and on most days, not all. So on these we've got Moon in Taurus, Moon in Gemini, and on it goes. This is how it's set up. Also, we have, if that wasn't enough, we have these images to meditate on, and we always look from right to left on these images. So this is the meditation for the new month, and you scan your eyes from right to left. What else we have is, I've gone past it. There we go. So for Pisces, so according to which sun sign, zodiac sign is prevalent for the month, and we have information about that as well. So for Pisces, it's a mutable sign. Its element is water. Its ruling planet is Neptune. Its crystal is amethyst. Back flower remedy is rock rose. Principle is negative. Opposite sign is Virgo. Signs in love. So Virgo looks quite interesting, as does Scorpio there. but Gemini not so much. We have a mantra, so for Pisces it's I believe. Its power is comprehension, its keyword, intuition, its anatomy, which is what I really like, is feet, because we can concentrate on that part of our anatomy during that time. Or have more attention to that part of the anatomy. At the moment it's the heart, as I'm filming this. Then we've got the light aspects of Pisces and the shadow aspects of Pisces. And then there's loads in this. I have gone through one of these. I think I went through this year's before. I'm sure I did a video on this year's. Yeah, we also get a manifestation section where we can decide what we're going to manifest within the next 6 months. And some suggestions here. Energies. Yeah. I've just realised, okay, UTC in London is exactly the same. If you're in Paris, it's +1 because they're an hour ahead. Los Angeles is 8 hours behind. So if you're not in the UK, you can convert. Each month it's got that. So yeah, that's pretty much it all the way through. And the graphics in this are absolutely beautiful. We've got websites and passwords. Again, I'm not too keen on doing that. We've got overview of the current year and the next year. Yeah. And then about Anna. Okay. I bought this from Awesome Books. I do like Awesome Books. So, how I've been using this diary this year, I'll show you what I'm currently doing. So I've been using this Celtic devotional by Kathleen Matthews to work alongside the diary. The way this works, it's not religious, it's spiritual. And so this is 2023, this one, this version. So beautiful image there. How it came about, so I've got some marks on it. We go through how to use the book, and then we go through each of the seasons here. So if I go back to the astrology diary at the beginning here, if you recall, I said about the wheel of the year. So this actually follows the wheel of the year, this devotional. So sowing, which we have here, is the beginning of the witch's year. And then, so here it says, remembering our ancestors, death, magic and mystery, meditation and reflection. Here, greetings and farewells during sowing, activities for the winter months, solar questions for the calendrical days of sowing or winter, lunar meditations for sowing or winter. And that's the same for each of the main seasons. So we have Samhain, Imbolc, Beltane and Lammas, or Lunasa. Lammas is the Christian name for it, it's actually Lunasa. Tells you all about the seasons here. And it gives you an instruction in how to use the book. The dates. And then we have a morning devotion, a morning practice, and we have an evening practice. And it tells you here how to arrange those. These little images here to guide you. Okay, so if we was in sowing, isn't that gorgeous? Then things that we can do during that time here. Invitations, activities, here we go. Practice introspection, meditation, contemplation, drawing upon the peaceful sanctuary of this season, which goes hand in hand here with this meditation reflection. So there's lots of things that we can try here. Then each day we have the morning meditation and the evening meditation. Within the meditation we have a solar question for the day, for the morning, and in the evening we have a lunar meditation here. And I've been using different tarot decks to answer those questions. The questions come after Sunday, after the Sunday. So you'll be going through those obviously 4 times, won't you, during the month, maybe 5. if it's a longer month. So here for January, there's 31 solar questions, one for each day. So what are you attempting to manifest now? So I think, okay, what tarot deck can ideally answer that question at this moment for me? And then off I go and rummage and find that tarot deck and use it to answer the question. The same for the evening meditation before I go to bed. I'll do exactly the same. I'll look at the meditation, grab a deck, and it could be an oracle deck, it doesn't always have to be a tarot deck, and then I'll answer the question with the tarot or the oracle that you use. So here, so the Blessing of Twilight, I use the Magic Cottage oracle, and the card I drew was Organise Both Thoughts and Life. The monthly overview, there's a monthly overview. What I've been doing here is recording the Deacon Walk, the minor card and the two associated major cards that are in effect during that time. So at the moment, there's a Seven of Wands as I'm recording this, and it's Strength in the Tower, which is quite interesting actually, because we had the total eclipse when this started, and a lot of people in the past thought it was not only scary but a portent of danger. And when we think about, let's get the cards out, that's universal weight here, this deck. So when we think about the solar eclipse at the moment, then I think these three cards are very relevant for the way people viewed a solar eclipse in olden times as this portent of danger. I mean, we've got the tower here, disruption, and we've had a lot of wildfires as well at the moment. So this also seems relevant to me because we're trying to protect the land from the blazing heat of the sun. I mean, I live by a fire station, and the amount of times that they're out is incredible. They're doing an amazing job, and they need their strength to actually do that and protect the land. Yeah, so I thought those three cards were very relevant at the time that I'm filming this. I've also been writing in relevant crystals to use throughout the month. So I've taken these from the front of this book, so fire crystals, it being August. I've got tiger's eye, pyrite, ruby, and so on. And I've done that for every single month. Sagittarius, as you can see, I've put those in there as well. So we'll have the 9 and the 10 of Wands, the 2 of Pentacles during December. Then the moon phases. Moon phase 1, which is on the 9th of December. Sorry, there's a lot of talking outside, so I paused. Which is the new moon, day 1. Now, I have found a little bit of a problem doing this, because as you can see, there are different moon phases throughout the month, depending on the length of the month, how it falls. And what's been happening is trying to follow the moon phase questions in lunar meditations. It doesn't always correlate to the actual moon phases, and so I've found that I've been going up so far, and then it's like, oh, let's see if I can find an example so I'm not just saying it. So look, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, that would be 27, but no, it's 1. So if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that would be 7, but no, 7's there. So it's not going according to day, if you see what I mean. So I'm having a little bit of an issue there, in which case I just find another one to work with that appeals to me. See, that's really it. That's how I've been working with this diary, and I thought I'd share that, and maybe it's something you would be interested in, my practice or part of my practice. I didn't do it over Insta because I did a workshop with Racine. I did their lunar set observation, and it took me 3 days. So for those 3 days I used Dartwood Tarot and the Fairies Oracle. And I didn't do my practice in my astrology diary. I'm not sure for next year if I'm going to do this the same way. Yes, I'm going to put the decans in because I like to have an overview of the decans every year. But I might not actually use this devotional next year. I think I'll give it a rest next year. Maybe come back to it in another year. But what I was thinking of doing was using this with Devaney Amber's astrological deck. I've got quite a few astrological decks actually, so I thought each month maybe I could use a different astrology deck and work with those with the astrology diary, because obviously they would go hand in hand, wouldn't they? But that's a thought for next year. Meanwhile, I want to carry on with this practice because I'm really enjoying it. Yeah, the yellow ribbon with this on. So yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And until the next one, thank you for being here. Bye friends. Bye.